Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at week 8 of the Fantasy Premier League season. Looking quickly back at week 7, we actually gained 56 points, which was 5 points above the average for the league. However, we are dropping like you could say a small stone or a pebble. We've actually gone down to 900,164 in the overall rank of the league. So, coming back from the international break now, I think I've decided that I'm going to play my wild card. Another bit of drastic surgery which I think I'm going to do. The big hitters, the likes of Kane, Lukaku, it was Aguero, it was Morata. However, Aguero and Morata, of course, are injured. I'm actually going to go a little bit top heavy now up front. I'm going to get rid of these likes of Wood and Chicharito. Chicharito isn't really firing. Wood's goals have dried up. Okay, I did score for New Zealand in the week. However, I am going to get rid of Wood as well. Looks like defenders are really piling on the points. The likes of Davis getting them. Monreal of Arsenal, Azpilicueta of Chelsea is doing really well as well. Getting amongst the points with clean sheets, assists, whereas I'm looking at Alonso, whether I should drop Alonso yet or not. He's costing me 7 million in defence there. He did get those 2 goals against Tottenham earlier in the season, but since then, okay, he's had a couple of clean sheets, but apart from that, he's not doing any real damage in an attacking sense. So I'm going to start off with the defence, and I'm going to get rid of Alonso, Cedric and Dawson. Remember, I'm playing my wild card. I'm going to go top heavy in the attack with those big hitters, and I'm going to be paying more in the defence. I'm going to get rid of Silva, Knockaert, Brady, Salah and Richie. This is drastic, especially the likes of Salah, who's been, he's been doing well points wise. As you can see, consistently he's getting amongst the 11s, 10s, 7s. It's probably a clean sheet there. However, I am having to wield the axe this week. Silver as well. Don't really want to get rid of him, but I think I'm going to have to. It is a massive risk of what I'm going to be doing, but it's something that I'm going to do. I can always bring them back at a later date. It might take me a few weeks to get them back in, but nevertheless, I'll get them back in at some point. So as we say, get rid of Chicharito and Woods. So in defence, I'm going to bring in Azpilicueta, slightly cheaper than Alonso. I'm going to bring in Ben Davis, 5.9 million, who's doing really well, scoring goals and clean sheets, and I can see them getting another clean sheet at Wembley. Okay, they haven't been performing the best at Wembley, but I think they're going to, they should get a victory over Bournemouth, and they should keep a clean sheet as well. Look at his stats, 14, 14, 16, brilliant from Ben Davis. He did okay for Wales, but the result for Wales, of course, in the international break against Ireland, wasn't too good though. And the final defender that I'm going to bring in was going to bring in Walker, but he's a little bit too expensive at 6.5 million, so I'm going to bring in Stones. So up front, I'm going to bring in Kane. I can't see how any fantasy team now can be without Kane. At the moment he's a machine. Saying that, he probably he probably won't get a goal or an assist this weekend. Like 13, 13, 13, scoring domestically and on the international front and in Europe, of course. And my third striker. Now this is a little bit of a risk this weekend. I was going to go for Vardy, but I'm actually going to bring in, I did want to bring in Morata, but of course he's injured. So I'm going to go with Jesus, 10.5 million. So we've got the likes of Kane, Lukaku and Jesus up there, which will mean I've got 24.6 in the bank to put across 5 midfielders. So my first midfielder, I'm looking at bargain basement now. So if we just put the filter on here, which is going to be midfielders, sorted by a top price of 5.9 million. I'm going to go for Ashley Young, 4.9 million. He has been starting recently as well, keeping clean sheets. So he's actually started. He's played 90 minutes in the last 3 matches. Okay, points wise, you know, he's playing these 90 minutes and he's got a clean sheet against Crystal Palace. So that's why I'm putting Young in. My second midfield there, I'm going to go for Nathan Dyer. Now apparently Nathan Dyer is on the way back from fitness. He's going to be in contention this weekend. So I'm going to bring him in, and he's quite a cheap price as well. I can find him. So Dyer goes in. Okay, he hasn't played this season, but he may actually start on the bench this weekend. But 4.4 million, you can't go wrong. Swansea need pace in their side. Okay, my third midfielder is going to be Stoke City. Is Choupo-Moting of Stoke. Okay, Stoke have got a very difficult fixture this weekend. They're away at Manchester City. He does play a lot of games. Basically plays all of them. He has weighed in with a couple of goals. Hopefully he'll get an assist or a goal this weekend against Manchester City. Can't really see it, but maybe for the next few weeks. Okay, my fourth midfielder isn't actually playing this weekend because he's playing against Chelsea, his parent club, and that is Loftus-Cheek. As you can see, he won't be playing this weekend because he is against Chelsea, I say. And so I'm left with 5.2 million. And it's going to be Atsu. Okay, he has got a knock this weekend. He's got a 75% chance of playing, but he'll probably be left on the bench anyway. There we are. I'm going to change the formation around a little bit. I'm actually going to go with Foster in goals for Southampton. I can actually see both keepers possibly keeping a clean sheet this weekend, but I'm actually going to go for Foster of Southampton to keep the goals out and keep Pickford. Okay, for Everton against Brighton away. Brighton don't get many goals either, but I'm going to stick with Foster in goals. So we've got a back five of Azpilicueta, Trippier, Valencia, Davis and Stones. Midfield, I'm going to go with Young and Choupo-Moting. Maybe I should go with Dyer. It's a bit of a risk. Tell you what, I'm going to put Dyer in. They need pace in that team for Swansea. Okay, I know he's only played in the reserves week recently. He probably will start on the bench. However, if he does start on the bench, I'll have Atsu coming in, and if Atsu doesn't play, then I'll have Choupo-Moting coming in anyway. Up front, I've gone for Kane, Jesus and Lukaku. Maybe Jesus will start on the bench. Maybe this is future-proofing myself a little bit because Aguero is a long-term absentee. And I'm actually going to put in Kane as captain as well. Make captain. And I'm going to put in Ben Davis as vice captain for this week, just in case Kane doesn't play. But I can see Kane starting and hopefully banging in a lovely hat-trick to boot. So saving the team, there we are, Foster in goals, Dave in defence, or Asluqueta, Trippier, Valencia, Davis, Stones, Young, Dyer, Kane as captain, Jesus, Lukaku, with Pickford, Atsu, Choupo-Moting and Loftus-Cheek on the bench. Let's see if we can improve on last week and on last week's 56 points and really rise up this table. I really want to be getting into the 600, 500,000 rank at the end of this week. So if you've got any suggestions on transfers I can make in week 9, then please leave a comment below. But for now, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you real soon.